thing. Everything was going on. How? By the laws of nature. Human beings also have come by the laws of nature. Therefore, if you go deep into this, you will understand that there is nothing called artificial. Everything is natural only. Even we have come into this and we have created this dress and this and that. That is also part of nature. Just like crows, they build their nest. We build in a different way. Crow's nest we don't consider artificial. It is part of nature. So our nest also is part of nature. So everything functions according to the laws of nature. But ahankara vimodhatma, but the antakarana, the mind and intellect, which is deluded by the notion of ahankar, that I am the doer, then one goes into this notion that I am the doer. Karta aham iti manyate. Getting deluded by this ego, a person consider himself the doer. Karta aham iti manyate. Different types of ignorant people are there in this world, so we are talking about them. So ahankara vimodhatma karta aham iti manyate. This is a very beautiful psychological fact which Bhagavan has revealed, and this is what an ignorant person does. He has got the sense of doership, sense of enjoyership, and is bound. But this bondage cannot be released by non-performance of action. That's what Bhagavan has said. One has to keep on performing action and slowly and steadily make the mind pure, and then in the deep state of meditation understand that you are different and this Prakriti is different. Further, Bhagavan says, Tattva vittu mahabaho guna karma vibhagayoho guna guneshu vartante iti matva na sajjate tattva vittu mahabaho. On the other hand, the wise person, he is tattva vittu. Tattvavit means the knower of this tattva. He has understood not only this self, but the Prakriti also. And all these tattvas are known. The 24 tattvas and the mechanism is understood by this wise person, and he has also recognized the Supreme Self. So it's called Tattvavit, knower of Tattva. He Mahabaho is Arjuna's name. And what Tattvavit? Guna Karma Vibhagayoho. He is a Tattvavetta of Guna Vibhag and Karma Vibhag. Guna Vibhag means he knows the 24 tattvas. The 24 tattvas are called Guna Vibhag, and their functions are called Karma Vibhag. So he knows the 24 and their function. See the 5 elements, then the 5 objects of perception, then the functioning of the sense organs, the organs of action, then the Antakaran Chatushtay. The functioning of them is seen and known by the wise person as objectively as anything else. He knows that the activities are carried out by this Prakriti only. It's like our breathing which is happening, whether we are conscious or unconscious, the breathing goes on. Similarly, the wise person understands that even thinking is part of Prakriti. Even taking decision is part of Prakriti. Even using our ahankar is part of Prakriti. Even using the memory is part of Prakriti. So it's a very complex mechanism which functions by itself. It has got its own self-perpetuating machine like. This Prakriti is like a self-perpetuating machine. It functions according to its own internal laws. Nobody need be there to guide it. Like when the world started with a big bang, nobody who is there to, अरे ये वो element वहाँ जाओ, तू क्या कर रहा है यहाँ पर, उधर जाओ, and what are you doing here? Nobody is there to guide them. It functions according to the laws of Prakriti. Everything in this world functions according to natural laws. There are no miracles happening in the world. Everything happens according to laws. If somebody is doing some miracle, then must be some reason, some laws behind it which we might not know. Nee? Nowadays we talk on a cell phone is the greatest miracle, I tell you. Though it will be good if you switch it off during the pravachan, because keep your miracles under control. But it's a great miracle. Sitting at one place, you can talk long distance. Great yogis used to do in the good old days. But now everyone has become yogi. It's a great miracle. We may call it miracle. I mean, we don't call it miracle because we know, though we personally may not know how it functions. But we will say, oh, it is because of this electronic, this, that, and also. There is no miracle. Everything follows law. And if you can understand the law, you can recreate everything. Even life, if, for that matter. If matter is arranged in a particular way, it can get, a life will express through that matter also. Nowadays they are doing a lot of research. They created what you call, I think, DNA or something in the laboratory. So this, it is possible that if we can rearrange those matter, because life is there everywhere, it just requires a conducive environment or arrangement to express. Life is everywhere. And that's what even now science is believing. So this, when that conducive environment is there, it expresses through it. And it's good. The more science progresses, the more we will be able to understand secret about ourselves. But all these things are Prakriti. Even life, what we call life, is part of Prakriti only. Prana. Prana is not mentioned in these 24 tattvas. They are just expression of these 24 tattvas. The Rajasic nature of that 5 elements expresses as life. The Sattvic nature of 5 elements expresses as organs of perception and the Antakarana Chatushtaya. The Tamasic nature of these 5 elements expresses as our body and the material world. So all these are part of Prakriti, and everything is happening according to the laws of nature. Nobody can transcend those laws. We can just have to understand that this is Prakriti and this is me. That is called becoming free from the bondage. And this can be understood, as I said, in the deep state of meditation. So, Tattva Vittu Mahabaho, Bhagavan says, one who knows this Tattva, one who has understood and realized the self, one who knows Guna Karma Vibhaga Yoho, one who knows that these are the 24 Tattvas and these are their functions and everything happens according to laws. Guna Guneshu Vartante. When we say action is happening, the laws, the 3 gunas function in 3 gunas. The organs of action, perception and all function in their respective field. Eyes function in the form, ears function in the sound, nose function in the smell, mind functions in their own emotions. Mind is nothing but a reaction to the stimuli. Suppose I see something, there is reaction within, happens, that is called mind. And when one understands this reaction, then that is called intellect. So we see something very scary. Now eyes don't know it is scary. Eyes just see dog approaching with full speed towards you. Eyes just look at it. But because of the past your experience of a wonderful dog bite, suddenly it creates an what you call reaction within of fear. That reaction is called mind. That is called mind. Then the intellect says, why you're afraid? Stay calm and all. You have studied all the psychology of dogs. You know, you look into their eyes, they will get frightened. So the intellect guides you that time. One part of your mind says, भाग जाओ यहाँ से. Another says, नहीं, रुक जाओ. उनके आँखों में देखो. आँखों में आँख मिला के देखो. So that is the whole, this is told by us by intellect. Intellect doesn't react, intellect analyzes. Intellect is a detached observer and analyzes everything. But at times intellect also doesn't play its role, mind only plays the role. So mind and intellect are two different functions of Prakriti, which are also required for maintenance, for maintaining the body and maintaining this our life. It is also part of nature, just like we have our different body parts, the kidneys and the heart and the lungs, and these are there. All of them, they have their own function. Similarly, intellect is also a part of nature which has got its own function, so that this equipment called body-mind equipment can function properly in nature. So all of them are following their own laws. But we also have this capacity that while all this is happening, we have the power to quieten the mind and to purify the mind and reach that state of meditation and recognize that I, the Atma, is different from all this. I am much subtler than all. By my mere presence, everything is happening. That is the state which we can reach. So a wise person has reached this stage and he knows that guna guneshu vartante. The gunas function in gunas. One part of nature is functioning with the other part of nature. Iti matva, having understood this deeply, na sajjate, doesn't get attached, doesn't get bound, remains absolutely detached. This is a very transcendental understanding. It's not just theoretical understanding. In the beginning, one may have theoretical comprehension of the whole thing, but ultimately, one has to comprehend it actually. In the state of meditation, one recognizes this. So this is the most beautiful thing, and therefore it is said that Atma is not the doer, Prakriti is the doer. Everything happens according to the laws of Prakriti. So as long as we are attached and as long as we are in the state of ignorance, keep on working till slowly and steadily one can reach the state of enlightenment. So the whole mechanism is beautifully presented here. It's like a, see, therefore I consider this spirituality as science. It has got not about something about emotions. When we talk about religion and all, more faith-based and emotion-based. But spirituality is not emotion-based. It's based on facts. But these facts are so sublime that it requires contemplation to comprehend them. And once you comprehend, you become free. Wisdom will set us free. So guna guneshu vartante iti matva na sajjate. Therefore, Bhagavan says further, prakrite guna sammudhaha sajjante guna karmasu tana krishna vido mandan krishna vinna vichalayet prakritir guna sammudhaha sajjante guna karmasu tana krishna vido mandan.